mother's warnings, Amaka's concerns, the critical comments on her posts that she'd dismissed. But it was too late to turn back now. She was already in the OR, looking up at bright lights and unfamiliar faces speaking in Turkish. "Count backward from 10, Dr. Mehmet said in accented English as he placed the mask over her face. 10, 9, 8. Victoria's last conscious thought was a prayer. Please let me wake up beautiful. What happened next would haunt everyone in that operating room forever. As the anesthesia took effect, Victoria's body began responding poorly to the medication. Her blood pressure dropped rapidly. Her heart rate became irregular. The alcohol still in her system, combined with her dehydration and the stress on her body, created a perfect storm. Dr. Mehmet noticed the irregularities immediately. "Her vitals are unstable," he called out in Turkish. Dr. Emin looked up from where he was beginning to make the first incision. "What's wrong?" "Blood pressure dropping, heart rate erratic. We need to stop." But stopping wasn't simple. Victoria was already under deep anesthesia, her body positioned for surgery. Dr. Emin made a decision that would prove fatal. "She'll stabilize. Continue monitoring." He resumed the procedure. For 20 minutes, Victoria's body fought against the anesthesia and the trauma of surgery. The monitors showed increasingly alarming readings. Then, at 9:47 a.m., her heart stopped. "Code blue! Code blue!" Dr. Mehmet shouted. The operating room erupted into controlled chaos. Dr. Emin immediately stopped the surgery, leaving Victoria's body partially opened as the team worked to revive her. They performed CPR for 90 minutes. 90 minutes of chest compressions, defibrillation, emergency medications, and desperate attempts to restart her heart. But Victoria Ada Okwu, the girl who wanted to become the best version of herself, was gone. At 11:17 a.m. Istanbul time, they called it. She never saw her transformation. She never posted her after photos. She never made it home to Enugu. The clinic's response was swift and calculated. Within hours, they had their story straight. Unexpected allergic reaction to anesthesia. Very rare. Nothing could have been done. They claimed they'd followed all protocols, that Victoria had provided complete medical history, that the tragedy was simply an act of God. But the nurse who'd asked about food and drink remembered Victoria's hesitation. The restaurant staff remembered the